Okay, hi guys. Welcome back. If you are new to my channel, welcome. So, yeah, it's been a little bit. I know I had to get some things situated, balance myself out, all that good stuff. But yeah. So this is just gonna be a collective reading. Okay, just gonna pull some cards and see what comes out. So only take what resonates. Okay, if it doesn't apply, just let it fly. Trigger warning in advance. I am a light being who works in the shadow realm, so a lot of lower vibrational energy does come with my readings. Okay, so just protect yourself as necessary. Okay, so let's see. I'll probably start with let's use the Egyptian to begin. So just bear with me as I get used to this new setup here. Okay. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, staying balanced, all that good stuff. Everything's working out for you. Going pretty good. Getting on through there. Blockety blookety. Okay. So let's just see what is going on in the collective. So we get Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That is the first card. Okay. Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad. You guys can actually read the cards. I like the gold foil, but sometimes it's a bit interesting. And Two of Pentacles in reverse. There are a lot of reversals. Interesting. You guys can see this. Okay. And what is this? The Star in reverse as the overall energy. So yeah, straight reversals. So okay, with the Star as the overall energy in reverse, that's an interesting energy to start off with. So the Star upright can mean a couple of things. One of the main meanings is has to do with maybe someone being in the spotlight, maybe someone being in the public eye, a public figure, or a lot of people look up to a certain energy or a certain community, maybe like an authority figure or just someone who is put on a pedestal essentially. Another meaning is the Star can represent healing as well. Being able to heal oneself, maybe spiritually, emotionally, mentally. I was gonna say physically, but I don't really pick up physical healing off of the Star. It's more of a kind of emotional and spiritual healing when I read it. And then another meaning could be it can symbolize hope as well. So, however it resonates for you, for whoever's watching, it may be a situation to where you feel like you are in need of hope. Maybe you are in a situation where things seem hopeless for you right now, or maybe you are wishing upon a star, or maybe you, want things to align. You want the stars to align, so that way things can work out in your favor as far as like universal situations, or you want the universe to work out situations for you. You can also feel like you're wanting to heal from something or a certain situation, or you hope that something will heal for you. I can also be speaking to, like I said earlier, I could be speaking to someone who's in the public eye, who a lot of people look to healing from you, or people have hope that you can help them heal from a situation. or people are hoping that a certain public figure can help them heal. However it resonates. There's I'm picking up a couple different energies. We'll kind of get into it a little bit. With this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Pentacles can represent, an opportunity or an offer. It's usually tangible, so it can be, on more romantic sense. It can symbolize an offer of commitment or an offer of courtship, especially with this Knight of Cups next to the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is upright. He's like a Casanova kind of energy, sweeps you off your feet, gentlemanly, courts you, takes you out. Woos you essentially. But with the Knight of Cups in reverse, I pick up, I like to call it Don Juan energy, which is kind of the opposite of Casanova, which is like they'll court you and date you and sweep you off your feet, but it's kind of like a player vibes. You know, they may sweep you off your feet, but it's for maybe not so good intentions. Maybe love bombing or being emotionally manipulative. Kind of like playing the game, sweet whispering sweet nothings into your ear in order to, attain a certain goal or to get some type of satisfaction for one's own personal gain, I guess. So yeah, with it paired to the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, though. However it resonates, there may be an offer that was rescinded or an opportunity that was rescinded, or maybe someone doesn't want an offer to be given or an opportunity to be given. Or maybe someone feels like in order for an opportunity or an offer to be accepted, they feel the need to have to come in and love bomb someone. We'll kind of get into it a second. I'll clarify. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Pentacles upright is often about like balancing out responsibilities. It can also signify juggling. Maybe juggling multiple responsibilities, juggling multiple relationships, juggling energies, juggling just more than one thing at the same time. But within reverse, I feel like there's an imbalance. So forever I'm speaking to, or forever resonates for, you may find that you're having a difficult time balancing something out in your life, a certain situation, or like I said, certain energies, certain responsibilities. We'll clarify and see a little bit more specifically. With just based off of this depiction alone, I would say the Two of Pentacles in this particular portion may be relating to maybe juggling multiple energies, just because there's two women or feminine looking like energies on the card and then one masculine energy. So it may be a situation where there's a masculine who's trying to juggle more than one feminine energy at a time. Or vice versa, take out resonates. There could be a feminine energy trying to juggle more than one masculine. Let's see. I didn't clarify with the Lovers. Spirit, what's this? Ace of Pentacles and Lovers, please. Thank you. Let's see what it is. But I guess overall, though, the situation may seem a little bit hopeless, I guess. Or there just may be one prominent energy, one prominent public figure, someone who's in the public eye, a star who may be a main character in this in this whole debacle. I think I shuffled that 3 times. Y'all know I can never remember. 4 of Swords in reverse. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Cups upright, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So, and then Judgment in reverse as the All-Bar energy. So, something to do with Four Swords upright is like healing, meditation, relaxation, coming home to oneself, maybe contemplating things, taking a step back, taking a reprieve. And Ten of Cups upright is kind of like ultimate emotional fulfillment. Being content, specifically speaking, like with maybe family or friends, loved ones, just the overall picture perfect, kind of house, white picket fence, dog, and, maybe some kids, and just living a content and happy life. That's the Ten of Cups energy. I feel like with this Four Swords in reverse, maybe someone feels like that they can't heal a situation, and this is why an offer may be rejected or not be accepted, or an opportunity. But I feel like with these swords, the two kind of here, it's like two sets of swords that are like pointing down. So in my third eye, I'm seeing the Two of Swords, which is like a stalemate, in denial, or being closed off or blocked off to something. I feel like even though someone may feel like, a situation can't be healed, can't be recovered, and they may feel like an opportunity won't be accepted, that energy may be in denial about that, because they, at the end of the day, they still want to achieve this Ten of Cups. They still want to have this happily ever after that they feel that this offer would provide or allow them to attain. With Judgment in reverse, though, Judgment is it's kind of like when I believe it's Archangel Gabriel who's sounding the horn, and it's just basically saying, Spirit, the divine, is calling judgment, meaning that it's a checkpoint. It's time to answer for our deeds, essentially, or reap what we've sown, good or bad. Answering one's calling, but I feel like with it in reverse, this energy may feel that they missed the call. Whenever Spirit calls judgment, we often feel an inner calling. We might have signs. We might have situations that come up in our lives where we're forced to reflect. We're forced to think about our actions. We're forced to think about our deeds. We're forced to, it's like a checkpoint, and we can decide whether we want to change our perspective, change our behavior, change our outlook, and choose to awaken, so to speak. You see, with this depiction, this man is sleeping, but his spirit is being awakened. He's aware. He's it's like he's been called up, called out. I don't know why I'm hearing open sesame, but it's kind of like y'all know don't laugh at me. Y'all know Mulan, the animated cartoon, and Mushu, when he's like sent to awaken the great stone dragon. He's like, Mushu, awaken the great stone dragon. Okay, anyway, I don't know why, but I'm getting that type of energy. So it's like I said, the archangel blows the horn, and he's like, okay, it's time. It's a reckoning. It's time for you to go on your mission. It's time for you to answer your calling. It's time for you to gauge where you are, gauge the progress that you've made. But within reverse, I feel like for whoever resonates for it, you may feel like you did not answer the calling. You may have been aware of what it is that spirit wanted you to do, or maybe it was a situation where you felt like, okay, it's time for me to change. It's time for me to, do things differently. But for whatever reason, you may have just chosen not to. Maybe you were too afraid to. Maybe you didn't know how. And so I say that because with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it just may be a situation to where you feel like you can't, you've missed an opportunity to answer your calling. And you may feel like I said, you can't heal a certain situation, maybe with a particular individual, or it may not be in relation to another individual. It just may be your own soul's calling. Your higher self has asked you, to step up to the plate and, in order to achieve this Ten of Cups that you truly want deep down, but for whatever reason that you weren't able to do that. I may be speaking to a Queen of Pentacles in reverse type of energy. Queen of Pentacles is Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo energy. You may have that in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And I feel like some of you guys may be stuck in your head about this situation as well. I say that just because I can't show you the card behind that one, but behind Judgment in reverse is the Queen of Pentacles. Sorry. I can't really show y'all these cards, but yeah, so this is the Queen of Pentacles, and then behind that is the Eight of Swords. So you just may feel like yeah, you're really in your head, you're in like a mental prison in relation to this. It doesn't have to be Queen of Pentacles in reverse energy. It's just the card that I'm seeing. But I would say, even if you feel like it's a situation where you missed your calling, I like to think that opportunities, it's not 100%, a guarantee, but I'd like to think that sometimes things come back around a second time. So I would say, even if you feel like you missed it the first time, it may not, the opportunity, I mean, I guess it depends on who you ask. Some people feel like, opportunities don't knock twice. But other people may feel like, it does come back around. It may not come back around in the same exact form that it once presented itself in. But I would say, if you're acknowledging, the checkpoint on where you are now and making the intention to be ready for when the call comes again, then that may be a possibility for you. Okay, let's clarify this Knight of Cups in reverse. That may also be why someone may feel like the need to love bomb someone because they know that an opportunity has been missed. I would just say be careful of love bombing because you never want to operate in a state of not being genuine. Even if you feel like, you got to lay it on thick or you got to tell people what they want to hear just to get your foot in the door. You may think it may get your foot in the door, but just as soon as your foot steps in, that door will be closed or can be closed. Just because either that energy may recognize that what you're doing is not genuine, or their spiritual team, their protection will ensure that door remains closed because you are not coming from a genuine place. I would say you would have much more likely of a chance to make progress in whatever situation that you're wanting to heal, by just being upfront and honest, as opposed to putting on a facade, and trying to manipulate your way in. And I would also say, choosing the manipulative route will also ensure that opportunity does not come again. Because I feel like when you do that, you're telling the universe, you're telling the divine, you're not ready for that opportunity. you're not coming from a genuine place, so spirit is not going to even give you a second chance, because it's like, first of all, you didn't take the first chance, and now that you are trying to create a second chance, you're not even coming at it the right way. You see what I'm saying? Okay, Nine of Cups in reverse. What is this? But I feel like this situation is keeping someone up at night. You guys may actually be waking up. I'm also hearing night sweats. You guys may be maybe waking up at I'm hearing witching hour. Maybe wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. You know, you maybe wake up in cold sweats just because your spirit feels uneasy. What is this? Please. Thank you. Hangman, upright. And High Priestess in reverse. You know, I gotta cover up her chestesses. And Seven of Wands, that's the heart energy. So some of you guys, if this resonates for you and you feel like, you know, you want to rush in and you know, maybe try to declare your undying affection or love in order to try to get someone to accept an opportunity because you feel like you missed your chance, or you know, you're running out of time. You may be defensive about it as well. You may be defensive about the situation as well. You may feel like you have to defend yourself to that energy that you're trying to sway or woo. You may also feel like the energy that you were trying to convince to, you know, accept some type of offer or opportunity. You may feel like this energy may be guarded themselves. They may be defensive. With this green here, maybe in relation to their heart, and with this gold here in relation to their solar plexus. In relation to their heart, the energy who the person may want to provide an offer to, they may feel that person is defensive regarding their heart because maybe a situation happened before where an opportunity was not provided, or something happened. Usually, and if an energy feels the need to come in and love bomb someone, it's because something was done to make that person feel unloved to begin with, right? Because why would there be a need to have to lay it on thick and tell people what they want to hear and declare love and all that good stuff if that was done from the jump, if that was done from the get-go? So I say that because with this green here, it just may be a situation where you feel like that energy's heart is closed off and they're going to be defensive, which is why you feel the need to come in and love bomb them, which is why you feel the need to come in and you know, say all the things that energy may have previously wanted to hear. But I feel like with this star on his necklace, I don't know if you guys can see it. I feel like the person who wants to come in and offer this opportunity is hopeful and is confident that their romantic tactics will work, even if that energy may be defensive. Or also, I don't know if I mentioned this, the energy who's coming in to try to give an offering or an opportunity, they may be defensive themselves. They may feel, like I said, that they may feel that that opportunity or offer won't be accepted, and so they're going to be on guard. But it's going to be hidden behind this Knight of Cups facade. Again, that automatically comes with love bombing. If a person comes in and, you know, tells you all the things that you've always wanted to hear, does all the things that you've always wanted them to do, it's a tactic, it's a ploy to hide what they previously did not do, what they previously did not say. And so in order to compensate for that, they're not going to obviously come out and say, hey, I'm pretty defensive about it. Like, if you question me, I'm going to be like, well, I didn't know, blah blah blah. Or if you question me about why I didn't behave this way in the beginning, it's gonna make me feel defensive. I'm gonna feel on guard because I can't really justify why I did it, right? So in order to prevent you from asking me where this energy is coming from, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna throw it out there and put it on you, and put the energy on so thick to where it blinds you to where you won't even think about asking, essentially. But again, you just want to be genuine. You know, it's just a whole bunch of hoopla at that point. You know what I'm saying? You just want to come off as genuine as you can. You know, even if it's a situation where you feel like, you know, I didn't act in the way that I could have or I should have. It's no shame in that. There's no reason to be defensive, in my opinion. When it comes to you know, maybe not taking an opportunity to do something right the first time. But you shouldn't try to love bomb and manipulate, just because you're afraid of how an energy will react, because you're taking that away from that energy. You don't know if the energy is going to be upset. You don't know how that energy may respond or react. You may think you have an idea, because you may say, this is how I would react, but you should give that person a chance. You shouldn't make that decision for them. You see what I'm saying? With Hangman upright, though, I feel like, for whoever it resonates for, you or that person has been enlightened about something. You're definitely seeing something from a different perspective now, which is also why you may want to come in and redo things. You know, retrace your steps. Um, you know, I'm definitely one for, you know, giving people second chances and opportunities, but it depends. I'm not gonna say always, because there's certain things that you just can't come back from, but that's me personally. But I just say that because it would be different if the Knight of Cups was upright, but because the Knight of Cups is in reverse, it's just giving energy that's just like very manipulative. It's not genuine. It's just it's coming off as very, I made a mistake the first time, so I'm gonna try to hurry up and fix it by any means necessary, by any way I can. And that's not a good way to be. Even if it's a situation to where you feel like, okay, I'm seeing something from a different perspective now. That's good. That's well and dandy. But that doesn't excuse an energy wanting to come in and say whatever and do whatever just because now you see something differently. You see what I'm saying? And with it next to the High Priestess in reverse, this is gonna be a dark practitioner. I'm also getting maybe some dark magic was at play, dark energy was sent out, or if not dark magic, some heavy manipulation was involved in whatever situation is prevalent, however it's resonating for you guys. Heavy manipulation was involved, and that may be why someone couldn't see something clearly the first time. That may be why something couldn't. That may be why someone is seeing something from a different perspective now. Maybe they an energy is becoming aware that dark magic was at play, or maybe the dark magic has been revealed, and you know, secrets have been exposed, you know, whatever the case may be. And so now this is why someone feels the need to say, okay, I see things differently now. But again, if that's the case, then you should just be genuine. The Knight of Cups shouldn't be here in reverse, because if you see things differently from, you know, from a different perspective, why feel the need to manipulate emotionally? Why feel the need to, you know, love bomb and be a player, you know, or have ulterior motives? Also, is what I'm hearing. Is it the fear of someone not accepting your opportunity or an offer? Is that so grand that you're willing to be deceitful when trying to come back in? Because that's not the way to go about it either. And I understand. I'm looking at the star here. Sometimes in situations we may feel like a situation is hopeless. Where, like I said, I'm also feeling this energy of running out of time. So a lot of times when we feel like we're under the gun, we're running out of time, the situation is seeming hopeless, things are slipping out of our fingers. We may be tempted to do whatever we can, say whatever we can in order to attain a certain outcome. But I believe that you should stop and take a breath and not allow your fear of what could be lost or what has been lost. You shouldn't allow that to have you acting out of a disingenuous way. Because you're almost certainly ensuring that that situation won't work out. Especially if, let's say, an opportunity was available the first time, and for whatever reason, an energy didn't take the opportunity, didn't do what they needed to do the first time, and then that energy realizes that and comes around the second time and still doesn't take the opportunity to do things right. You see what I'm saying? They see the second they see the second opportunity, but instead of coming at things the right way, because they're so afraid of messing it up again, that they deliberately choose to do something wrong again. You see what I'm saying? So it creates more and more of a mess. It becomes a cycle. So I think the best way to avoid that is just to always be upfront and honest about things. Okay. Okay, let's see, what's this Two of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, please and thank you. May also be a situation where an energy was, like I mentioned earlier, juggling multiple energies, and that may be why, someone didn't provide an offering, or, they feel like an offering or an opportunity won't be accepted now. It's definitely interesting, life is definitely complicated. But that's why we should always try our best to walk with integrity and put our best foot forward. Because if life itself is already complicated, why complicate it even more with disingenuous feelings? Why complicate it even more with ulterior motives? Why complicate it even more than, you know what I mean? It just makes things more messier than they need to be. Let's see. Ace of Pentacles again, upright this time. Wow, this opportunity or offer is I feel like this has a lot of people stressed out for some reason. Don't ask me why. It should not be this stressful, in my opinion, but I guess it depends on the opportunity, though. Some people feel like, certain opportunities, they can be life-changing. And in that scenario, I can see how it could be of interest to a lot of people. Nine of Wands upright. That's funny. I was just saying it can be of interest to a lot of people. So this is going to be about resilience, perseverance, persistence. So I feel like you see how this person is praying. I feel like for whoever resonates for it, I may be being pretty flippant. I apologize. This may actually mean a lot to someone or to whoever I'm speaking to. I don't want to seem dismissive of, a situation for you guys. And I say that because with this Knight of Wands energy, that's actually, I feel the energy is very heavy. Forever I'm speaking to, forever resonates for that. The energy that is afraid of someone not accepting an opportunity or an offer is really stressed out about it. They're really burdened. It's close to the Ten of Wands, and Ten of Wands is actually just like feeling very overwhelmed, very stressed, very just feeling almost buckling under the pressure. But with Nine of Wands, like I said, it's persistence and it's resilience. So I feel like the energy that may want to provide an offering or an opportunity is feeling the need to try and try and try again until maybe that opportunity is accepted. And this is also maybe why an energy may be willing to, be deceitful, love bomb, and, just not be genuine when trying to give this offer. This energy also may be praying, pleading for another chance, asking for, redemption. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be a business venture or any type of situation where, someone wanted to collaborate with someone, offer something to someone. And that meant a lot to that person who wanted to offer it, but for whatever reason didn't or couldn't. And so now that they're just trying to be persistent. They don't want to give it up. They're basically saying, even though I couldn't do it the first time, I don't want to give up on this. I want to try. I also feel like in relation to let's say it's not in relation to a business situation, or any type of situation where it's not romantic. Let's put that aside, and let's say with this Two of Pentacles in reverse with the juggling situation, let's say that it is a romantic situation. So let's say I'm speaking to someone who is trying to offer something to someone in relation to romance or something like that. I feel for that person who wants to provide the offering, they may also feel the need to persist and be resilient because they know that that person was in a situation to where they were juggled. And the person who wants to provide that offering also knows that they juggled that person as well. So they know pretty much basically it's a long shot, but they're still pleading, basically pleading their case, saying, even though this situation was not ideal, it may be a situation where you chose someone over another person. You could have chosen another lover. You could have chosen a friend over somebody. You could have chosen family. You could have chosen work. Whatever the third party is. Even though that is obvious to that person and to everybody who was involved and everybody who's aware. I feel like that energy, it's still not stopping that energy from wanting to try. Also feel like with this next to the star in reverse, the energy who wants to provide the offering or opportunity, they don't want that other energy to lose hope, or they may feel like that energy has already lost hope. Or the energy, like I said, the energy who wants to provide the offering or offer has lost hope themselves. But again, I don't know, because like I said, Nine of Wands is repetitively doing something. It's being persistent. It's being really tired. It's being really drained. It's being very weary, but it's still not giving up. It's like the wounded warrior. So I don't know. That energy may be losing hope, but I don't think they're gonna give up anytime soon. I also feel like this energy may be speaking to other people about this situation, just because with this blue here, I'm gonna try to see if you guys can see this. With that blue, those two men that's outside the prison cell, blue is I'm seeing as the throat chakra, so someone may be speaking to someone about the situation, maybe trying to get advice. And then the red is root chakra, so someone may also be speaking to another person in order to help them become grounded. And maybe stabilize the situation. But yeah, I guess I would just say, these situations, like I said, they're pretty tricky. They're, so many different variables, so many different situations, so many different types of energies. Everybody responds and reacts to different things in different ways. So the best thing you can do is just maybe just put your best foot forward. And even if it doesn't work out, then it's always something to just reflect on and think about, heal from, and move forward. Yeah, we just, I mean, that's the only thing we can do in life, is to just heal and move forward. It doesn't do any good to wallow, you know what I mean? Definitely, I would say do not feel, even if it's a situation where you feel like you put your heart into something, you put your all your everything, your mind, your soul, your emotions, your feelings, your wants, your wishes, your hopes into something, and it didn't work out. There's still always, you can always turn that energy back around, and like I said, heal and put your faith in the divine. That there are still other things to look forward to, and there are still other things in life to attain. Three of Wands, that's the overall energy. Yeah. So this is I'm sorry. I'm trying to hide this. So yeah, like I said, I just said there's always things to look forward to. The Three of Wands is a future, looking forward to the future, maybe waiting for some incoming manifestations for your ships to come in. Some of you guys maybe actually be relying on friends and family right now with these three people. It's two masculines and a feminine, which I mentioned earlier. I said it may be opposite, maybe two masculines and a feminine energy that you might have some type of love triangle going on. I don't know, but yeah, just I would say just flame that inner fire within you. Find your passions in life. I would also say just definitely be careful. Obviously it's human nature to want love. It's human nature to want to be accepted. It's human nature to want community and to be happy and find soul fulfillment and all that stuff. But you should just be careful to not put that into other people, I would say, just because nothing, especially here in the 3D, is constant, and you never want to put all your eggs in one basket. You never want to put all put your whole soul, your being into an energy or an individual. You should always have that energy within yourself. Be content within yourself, and you should always have that energy in the divine, because that's where our fulfillment comes from. It comes from source. Because that type of energy is everlasting. It doesn't go anywhere. It's always going to fulfill us. It's always going to keep us satisfied. It's always going to keep us content. Not a person, not a situation, not an individual. Okay? Okay. All right, so let's see. Hopefully you guys can't see this if I put this here. Have y'all been seeing these cards? Hopefully y'all can't. I mean, I read for adults, but still. Okay. Let's get some traditional and probably let me probably wrap up with oracle or something. Okay. I have to break this down into 3 decks, y'all, because it's pretty thick. I don't know why Robin Thicke just came into my head. Some of you guys may listen to him. I'm also hearing Lost Without You by Robin Thicke. You guys may look that song up. That may have a message for somebody. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, back at it says root work. Okay. So this is confirmation of that dark magic I mentioned with the dark high priest or high priestess. So I would say, yeah, whatever situation that is occurring or did occur, especially when it came to an opportunity being lost or not given or provided. I would say it definitely had to do with some type of root work, dark magic that was done in order to manipulate a situation, maybe manipulated energies or an energy to, have that energy confused as to, should they give an offer, maybe manipulated them to not provide an offer or anything like that. Or this inner root work can also be being done right now in order to keep an opportunity from being provided or accepted. But I would say I'm not going to dismiss dark magic, and I'm not going to say I'm not going to downplay its effects because just from my personal experience, I see what it does to people, and it can manipulate situations. But that's why I always try to explain to people how dark magic works, and I also always try to help people heal themselves and raise their vibrations because, like I said, I may have mentioned this in a reading a while back. No amount of dark magic in the world can affect you if you're balanced within your chakras and you're balanced within your mind, body, and spirit. Because the way dark magic works is it infiltrates any weakness that's within you. And so if you are vibing high, if you're balanced, there's no weakness for the dark magic to penetrate. So that means that there's no way you can be manipulated by any external or outside influence, no matter how much dark magic is being done, because it can't reach you. It can't penetrate. You're vibing too high. And I also want to mention that dark work also cannot make you do something that's not already within your heart. So meaning, let's say if I truly at the bottom of my heart love and care for somebody, or if I truly at the bottom of my heart am a genuine, honest person, no amount of magic in the world can make me go kill. No amount of magic in the world can make me turn my back on somebody because it's not within me. Magic can only amplify. It can only augment what's already in you. So if you are predispositioned to being deceptive, then of course it's going to make you act out in deceptive ways. If you are predispositioned to be envious, then of course it's going to augment you to act out of a low vibrational state. So I just say that to say, dark magic is real, is prevalent, but you should definitely always work on healing yourself and balancing out yourself and getting rid of anything within you that dark magic can cling to. Because like I said, if you are genuine, if you're pure, nobody in the world can make you do anything that you truly in your heart and your soul you don't want to do. Okay, so I would just say if that applies or if that resonates for you, definitely just work on balancing out yourself. Definitely do self-reflection. And that's why it's always good to heal. It's always good to take a look at our inner psyches and take a look at the deep recesses of our hearts and our minds. Because obviously, nobody's perfect, but it's always good to do a checkup, so to speak. So that way, if there is a little bit of darkness within me, I can balance it out, and not allow it to be exploited, essentially. Okay. Okay, let's see. So let's do generational curse or cycle. So generational curse or cycle can mean a lot of things. Essentially, it's just I feel like it's something that is passed down. Usually something that, you know how some people say if it's not broken, don't fix it. I feel like that's kind of prevalent to a generational curse or cycle, because a lot of times our elders, our parents or our grandparents, they may feel, this is the way we did it, this is the way you should do it, and it worked out for us, so it's going to work out for you. But things can always be improved, and things can always change. So I feel like, however this resonates for you or for someone, definitely don't be afraid to break the mold. Definitely don't be afraid to do things your own way. Because sometimes it's necessary for things to evolve, and you should always want things to evolve. You yourself should always want to evolve. And just because it worked out for a predecessor, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that the divine doesn't have a different plan for you. So I would say, if there's certain things in your family that that your family has struggled with, let's say addictions, let's say alcoholism, let's say I don't know, fear or mindsets or whatever it is that your family has been stuck in, like a loop. I would say definitely maybe do some inner work, consult with your spirit team, and see how you can break the chain, break the mold, and clear out your bloodline. So that way fresh energy can come in and you're not repeating stagnant cycles over and over again. Okay. Okay, let's see. Rebellious. I just said don't be afraid to break the mold. Y'all know me. Yeah, rebellious or lacks class. So I guess that coincides with what I just said. It's definitely not going to be easy if you decide to break the mold, because obviously people will paint you out as being, rebellious. They may paint you out to be the villain. They may paint you out to, go against the grain. But uh, all paths had to be paved. all, all oh my gosh. Oh, somebody don't want me to talk about this, honey. Okay, all paths had to have been paved at one point in time, right? There was always that first person who was seen as the crazy one. There was always that first person who was seen as, the, I don't know, the one who just, didn't fit in or breaks the mold. But that's how things are explored. That's how things are created. That's how things are I don't know, just brought into fruition. So don't be afraid to rebel, okay? Don't be afraid to follow your own inner calling, even if it means people don't understand, because it's not meant for them to understand. As long as you understand, your soul understands, and the divine understands, then that's all that matters. And as long as the divine has your back, you can't go wrong, okay? And a lot of times, it's not till, most innovators, they don't even receive their flowers until after their death. And that's not to be morbid, but that's just to say it's just the way the human disposition is. A lot of times humans don't understand things until later on down the line. A lot of times innovators, they're ahead of their time. So of course they're going to be looked at as crazy. Of course they're going to be looked at as, troublemakers or whatever. But that shouldn't stop you from following your own path, because the divine has a plan for everybody. And you wouldn't want to, sabotage the divine's plans just because of you're afraid of people's perceptions of you. You wouldn't want to sabotage your own destiny just because people are limited in their thinking. No disrespect to people, but it's just the way things are. So I would say, yeah, this may resonate for you. Some of you guys may feel like, I I don't know, maybe you know someone who is seen as rebellious or lacks class, but you know that it's just a perspective, and it's just people's perception, and perception is just that. It's just a way of looking at things, but that doesn't mean the way that somebody is looking at something. That doesn't mean that that's the only way to look at something. That doesn't even mean that that the way that they're looking is correct, because the only perception that matters is the Most High. And I would say, if you are waiting for other people's perceptions if you're waiting for their approval, their perceptions, if you're waiting for approval from other people, then you run the risk of waiting forever, or you run the risk of gaining their approval, quote unquote, because I don't know, people's approvals can change. I can be like, yeah, I approve of what you're doing, and then the next day I could be like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So that's fleeting in and of itself. But you run the risk of essentially not being happy. So so I would just say, you know, don't be afraid to break the mold, okay? Okay, let's get a oracle to wrap up. Wow. Okay, I just kind of did like that, and like this can y'all see this? Christianity was underneath generational curse. Now, before y'all get on my head, I'm not saying that Christianity is a generational curse. I'm not saying that, but I do feel the need to say not Christianity in particular, but I would say religion itself has the potential to keep people in limited ways of thinking, without, you know, starting a whole religious debate here. Obviously, you know, it's a tale as old as time, you know, spirituality versus religion. But I would say either faction, you know, they have the capability of not being inclusive. So I would say, you know, just follow whatever feels good to you, and don't be closed off to other ways of thinking and other ways of being just because this is what was taught. You know, we as humans, we like to instill our beliefs into others. Sometimes it's just because, you know, we may feel like what we believe is good and right, and we want to share that goodness with others, and there's nothing wrong with that. And other times we like to instill our beliefs into others, because we want communities to remain a certain way, or people to remain in a certain type of mindset. But just be careful to not allow that desire of wanting people to think a certain way to grow to the point where you are rejecting and let's say outcasting or attacking others who don't necessarily want to follow that same way of thinking. Okay? All right, let's do a fairy oracle, and then I think we're good. The spirit. I hope y'all can't I hope y'all can't see that card. You're probably like, we already saw it. Okay. Chakra Fairy, 53. Breaks down to a 8. 8 is the number of abundance. and symbolizes infinity as well. Sorry, my table is so creaky. Chakra fairy, I touched on it a little bit. How when I said I was talking about the root work and just making sure that you always balancing out your chakras as best as you can. Because it's like a well oiled machine. You always want to keep yourself balanced. And Ivy, 45, breaks down to a 9. 9 is Hold on, I'm just gonna back up because this table is bothering me. 9 is the number of kind of like almost closing out a cycle. So it's like nearing the end of a cycle. So yeah, you guys may be in the process of closing out repetitive cycles, maybe generational cycles or curses. You're on the tail end, which is always good. You never want to continuously do things over and over again, especially if it's repetitive and there's no benefit from staying in a cycle to begin with. You know what I mean? You just keep doing the same thing over and over. That's like horrible to me. Okay. 45, finances. Some of you guys may maybe dealing with some financial issues and maybe worried about finances right now. It says, I don't know if you guys can see this, probably not. It says, this is a time when financial issues are at a head in your life. There are opportunities opening up for you. Keep your eyes open and be willing to check out any offers that come your way. The universe knows what you need and will provide if you stay grounded in faith. Excuse me. It says, look carefully at how you use the money that is given to you. Do you use it wisely? Are you saving some each month? Paying bills on time? If you're finding yourself resenting bill paying, then change your attitude and face it with joy. It says, thank Spirit that you were able to pay for your bills and send out each payment with a blessing attached. And your finances will surely take a turn for the better. So, yeah, some of you guys, it just may be, maybe you hit a rough patch, or maybe you, I'm not sure. You have to take it how it resonates. Maybe you're having issues, maybe budgeting, or maybe you just feel like you don't have enough. I'm also hearing lack mindset. So, it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and it's definitely something that you have to break yourself out of. Lack mindset is just feeling like there's scarcity. And so lack mindset is a breeding ground for envy, jealousy. It's a breeding ground for coveting. It's a breeding ground for theft and competition. So it's just basically saying, I feel if I have a lack mentality, it's basically me saying, there's not enough resources in the world, and if that person becomes a millionaire, what about me? Or I gotta beat them to the punch, or I can't give so and so. I'm not going to give that person on the street, $2, because then what am I going to have? That's lack mentality. So I feel like Spirit is wanting you to kind of practice releasing that and have an abundance mentality. Switching that from, even if I want to help somebody out and give them $2, then I'm going to have faith and have the understanding that the universe will provide for me by either giving me those $2 back, or by sustaining me in another way to where I don't even need the $2. Maybe instead of the $2 that I would use that $2 to buy coffee, maybe somebody will actually buy coffee for me the following day, or something like that. You know what I mean? And so abundance mentality is there's more than enough for everybody. If there was only enough room for there to be one millionaire, then there would only be one millionaire. But we have multiple millionaires. We have multiple multimillionaires. So definitely be careful of lack mentality. Don't allow your ego, and don't allow the 3D to put you in an illusion to where you feel like you have to do anything to get ahead, or try to sabotage others because you're afraid of them outdoing you. I feel like Spirit is saying just do the best that you can. Release lack mentality, like I said, and then just make sure that you are being responsible if you can. Obviously, ideally we could use our money to pay our bills and then have leftover to do what we want, like in our free time. But there's also times when people do have maybe you have other responsibilities. Maybe you have to take care of other people. Maybe you have addictions that you feel the need to that you feel like you have to feed. So I would say just take it step by step, and obviously the most important thing is paying what you need to pay as far as stability, maybe paying rent on time, and paying for food, maybe transportation, and then tailoring off anything that you can do away with. So let's say I do have an addiction. Obviously I can't just go cold turkey, but maybe if I have more than one addiction, I could just focus on cutting out one of those addictions, and then taper it off that way. You see what I'm saying? So instead of drinking and smoking, maybe I'm just gonna try to stop smoking for right now. So then I'll stop drinking, and then I'll be able to have extra money to save, or whatever the case may be. But I would just say just try to start where you can, take baby steps, and it's okay if you make a mistake, or if you relapse, or if you you mess up from time to time. I feel like the most important thing is that you're trying, and just be patient with yourself. Okay. Let's see. Chakra 53. 53. Alignment. Let's see. Usually I start at the beginning, but this is this is a lot to read, so I'm not gonna start from there. Okay, I'll just start with. Okay, yeah, I'll start from the beginning. Chakras are whirling spheres of energy that hold our astral and etheric bodies within our physical bodies. They channel the energy we receive from the universe and put it into a form that is usable within the human body. These spheres regulate and balance all the energies that vibrate through us. However, if they become bogged down or spin at the wrong vibration, issues can arise. Problems can include ill health, low energy, depression, mental or emotional conditions. So it's a good idea to do a chakra exercise daily. This does not need to take too long to do. If you are pinched for time, ask your elemental helpers to balance your chakras for you. It says one method is visualization. Sit in a chair or recline on a bed. You can light a candle or play soft music. Just be comfortable and warm enough to relax. And it says now begin to breathe regularly. Start with nice deep breaths, and after a few breaths, move down into a steady breathing, just as you would when you go to bed at night. Visualize a clear mist going down deep into your body, and exhale any negative energies or worries that have been bothering you. And then it goes on to talk about the different color mists that you can use for each chakra. So this is just kind of like a meditation chakra alignment exercise. So basically there's so many different types of exercises you can do, and maybe you can look up some just to see which one you like best. But even if you feel like you don't have time to meditate or do balance your chakras daily, you can just do a 2-minute exercise. You can do it. You can do it when you in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, in the shower or however. But essentially, you just want to visualize. A lot of meditation is about visualization, anyways. So you can let's say if I want to balance my throat chakra, I could just visualize any blockages that I may feel being released up out of my mouth, or another one of my favorites is to visualize my chakras like in my mind's eye. I'm sitting like in the, what is it, I don't know, I call it Indian style, but I don't know if that's a politically correct way to say it. I don't want to be offensive, but you know how you're sitting down with your legs crossed, and then I visualize all of my chakras. I visualize like a circle going around my body, and like a all the energy is going around and around, and then it's just balancing out. And I imagine the energy moving from my base, my root, and then circling up above my torso, up to my heart, up to my throat, and then up to my third eye, my crown, and my soul star. Okay? And so that's just an exercise of you, evening out the chakras so that way they're not overactive or underactive. Okay? There's also breathing exercises you can do. There are a couple of apps as well that are pretty good that can that walk you step by step, and you gradually do like 1 minute exercises, and then let's say you get into the routine of doing it, then you can go to 10-minute meditations, 30-minute meditations, whatever. So yeah, just whatever you guys are comfortable with, you might consider trying it and seeing how it works for you. Okay. Okay, I think that's all I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful, if not interesting. And yeah, I think you guys are well on your way. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys continue to walk in love, peace, and light. And hope you have a good day or night whenever you see this.